The participating countries in the oil shale program are Egypt, Jordan, Morocco, Syria, and Turkey. These 5 countries, they have commercial resources of oil shale. In Morocco, they had a retorter running during the 1942. They did a lot of work on oil shale, but somehow it was abandoned due to the drop in the oil prices during the 80s. If we look at, this is the forecast for oil price during the 2005 and 2006. And if you see, everybody knows this, the drop on oil price during the 80s and 90s led to many countries abandon their oil shale development programs. What happened next? Nobody was expecting that oil will shoot all the way up to $150 a barrel. And many of these countries in the south, now they are going back and they are looking at the development of an oil shale. It's a strategic option. Decision was taken. In Egypt, Egypt and Syria, they intensified exploration activities. In Morocco, they are trying to put back what was stopped in the past and trying to reconsolidate their institutional framework to develop oil shale. In Jordan, actually, we never stopped their program since a long time. So this program, we have the 5 countries, as I mentioned, Morocco, Egypt, Jordan, Syria, and Turkey, and we are working with the technology providers from the private sector. We had the first workshop in Jordan in April last year. At that workshop, Jordan had presented a concept paper to establish a center of excellence. We have looked at it. The partners or the participants of that workshop agreed that maybe there is a need to create a regional council, association, network, agency to promote the speeding up the utilization of oil shale in the south, and I will talk about this a bit later. Now we are here attending this symposium and participating in the field visit. Unfortunately, our colleagues from Morocco and Egypt could not make it due to certain circumstances. Next time, in a month's time, we will go to a cement plant in Dartenhausen in southern Germany to look at their facility. They have direct combustion of oil shale, land reclamation, mining, and it's a good example. For me, it looks like a niche market. Any new technology needs to start with a niche market, and this is more of a tri-generation where you have direct combustion, you use the ash for the cement production, and then you use the same mining and land reclamation you would do for a typical cement plant. Next, we will try to work on establishing a business plan for a council or center of excellence, and I will talk about this later. And we will have a final meeting in Sharm, Egypt, by the end of the year, hopefully a declaration or a charter will be ready to be presented and hopefully initiated there. We had the workshop in Jordan and during last April. We had the 5 countries participating there and 4 of the major technology providers. Now we are at this event in Tallinn. Next we will see the Holcim cement plant in southern Germany. And they have 3 small direct combustion units, but the whole operation is unique to look at how to integrate oil shale utilization into a cement plant, having in mind that in our countries in the south, there is a lot of cement plants that are planned and are under construction, so this could create some synergy there. Now we are looking into establishing an international or regional framework. We are, as a mid-MF, we are a small project and we have little money to get this started. So what we have in mind is to contract a short-term expert that is knowledgeable of the area, that is interested in doing this work, and that is not very expensive, to help us develop a business plan, let's say a 30-page business plan, a charter for such a network or an association, let's say a 5-page charter, and a declaration that can be signed by the 5 countries and the technology providers during the last meeting we will have in Sharm by the end of the year. The expert is requested to, as I said, to involve the stakeholders, the 5 countries, other countries with high resources, technology providers, to cater for their needs. So the sustainability of this entity is very much related to what does it do, how can it serve its customers, and who are the customers? Are either countries with resources that they need to develop, or technology providers that they are looking for business opportunities to look at. So this needs to be done in a close coordination. We have created some kind of an informal interim steering committee for such entity that was created at the Jordan workshop. It's headed by His Excellency Dr. Maher Hajazin of Jordan and members of the 5 other countries, Morocco, Jordan, Egypt, Syria, and Turkey, and also 4 of the biggest technology providers are involved in this informal interim steering committee that will work closely with the consultant that will be assigned, hopefully, in the near future to initiate such a program. Is this a council? Is this a center of excellence? Is this an association? Is this a network? Is this an agency? Is this a chapter of the International Energy Agency? Or is this an international or regional oil shale agency? I mean, we have to find out the proper format and the proper business plan so this can be beneficial to the different stakeholders and to be sustainable in a way to speeding up the cleaner utilization of oil shale. As I said, this could be an iterative process where the consultant would look at the different legal entities, different formats, and to see what is the most relevant that we can start with. The final meeting we will have, as I mentioned earlier, it will be in Egypt. It will be a workshop, and you are invited. I will get the mailing list, hopefully, from the organizers of this event, and I would let you inform you and invite you to this event. And hopefully, in Sharm, the expert is supposed to present the findings in terms of a business plan, a charter, and hopefully we will have a 2-page, 1-page declaration signed by the different stakeholders initiating this regional or international entity to sustain cooperation between the different stakeholders. You are invited to help us with your thinking, with your contacts to establish the proper format for such entity. And you are also invited, if you know somebody who's interested, who's motivated, who's connected into this field, to help us draft the business plan, the charter, and the declaration. Thank you very much.